Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the LSU Tigers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Looking for a crease. It's Durham. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this morning. He wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
He gets a block, and the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Offense set on first down. He'll start this drive firing. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's White. Nice move. Creates some space. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Throwing right. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll go to the ground. That hole closed quickly. He'll get one out to the 6.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
The give to the back. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change for the first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction.
What a snag by the defense. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crossing. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He's got it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handler. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy catch.
Will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page calmly.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and the coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
And he intercepts it. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Makes the catch. It's Durham. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Final play of the quarter coming. Off play action on first down. They're bringing heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Dogs! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
LSU, 0.
The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick it away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Back to throw, it's Sutton. Fires to the middle. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He tries to take the top off. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Line gets set, 1st down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quick pass on the fly motion. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
3rd down coming up.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've gotten nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team?
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Looking for more room. The tag. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. So take the touchdown off the board. What a devastating penalty. Pass interference, waving off the pick 6.
Wow.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Motion from the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. It's caught. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Tigers will hustle to the line. From the gun, the give, looking for room.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing on his pads.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tiger. to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Pittsburgh has the lead right now. The Steel City has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 11 over Ncaa. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fair catch, called for and made. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it.
Snags it down the right side. He's loose. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll run it from the gun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Sutton. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Nothing's working right now in the pass game for this guy. This is the nightmare scenario. He's already been picked off 3 times. That one got swatted away. Lucky it wasn't another interception. This quarterback is not playing with a ton of confidence.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They bring the pressure, and that was a mishit. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The run from the shotgun. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Going up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's White. and he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
He's got it on the run. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's first and goal at the 9. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Going to the draw. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, the best free safeties I ever played against were the ones that just have a sixth sense. It's like they know where the ball is going, and they can just bait the quarterback into trying to make throws that they never have a chance of making. That's what that guy did right there.
He just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw, it's Sutton. On the move, he fires. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off the play fake on first down. He's going up top. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Buys a little extra time. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up 3rd down.
Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Dogs will have it 1st and 10. Trying play action. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They want to just keep throwing it. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he'll make the catch at the 15. Touchdown, Dogs! And the punishment has been extended. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The offense set for a 1st down play. Handoff from the gun. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wide out in motion. Running back searching for a hole. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Afterburners coming. The 20. Touchdown LSU! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Pitt looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up by 32 over Ncaa. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you've got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to scramble. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it's put in danger, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. He'll try to pop the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Got his man. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
1st and goal, LSU.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Get set, get set. Go.
Oh, it's a reverse. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, they lined up in a formation that had the whole defense crowded in the middle of the field, and then they popped a jet sweep on him, trying to get to the outside. Nice scheme offensively.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Let's it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Nope. And it's a fake. They fake it, goes to the tight end. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. I know they wanted to be aggressive, throw caution to the wind. They might have been better off playing it safe there. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
2nd down coming up.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback checking off. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Time to take a shot. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Keeps looking downfield. He'll get rid of it. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
And the Dogs are rolling down the field.
Cut it, cut it.
Trying to find his man on first down. And he makes the grab in the back of the end zone, but the officials are all over it, signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Getting some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Offense getting set for first down. On the ground, it's Durham. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Second down. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Georgia 42, LSU 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
3-25.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Throws to the tight end. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. He's going for the big play. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. It's a fumble on the play. He'll try to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing kick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
Dropping back, it's Sutton. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
You got to give this defensive staff a ton of credit. They had a plan for this guy, right? They've watched him on film. He's been eating defenses alive. They've limited him. That was only his first catch. They've changed up their coverages. They've gotten after the...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys.
This game's way better when you actually score. Thanks for the lateral, too.
Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Holy shit.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
42, LSU 21.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Leaves it with the running back. Finds a crease at the 20.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
He's got it inside the 15.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
He's looking to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. The quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Back to pass, it's Sutton. He looks that one in nicely. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
That cornerback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field. You're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield, it's White. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, look out, there he goes. And they're going to put another one.
Oh, what a highlight reel. This is ridiculous.
Piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They go to the ground. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Sutton. Fires left. Reacted well to the tip and just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
It's a reverse. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. And they went right back to him, and he went right back down. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Reels it in down the left side. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive. They've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now. And they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board and figure some things out because this wasn't a great day.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Dropping back, it's Sutton. Quickly complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Just complete and utter
Good game, brother. Good game. Sorry I sucked.
Their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.